my name is Jennifer, and this is Azusa City Library's Exploring Azusa, Spooky Tales and Legends. In this series, we'll find out interesting facts about Azusa's history, along with some legends as well. On this episode of Exploring Azusa, we will take you to the Durrell House, which started off as a residence for the Mayor Durrell and ended up as a historical museum. So sit back, get out the popcorn, and enjoy. Welcome to the Durrell House. While the house now sits on Alameda Avenue, it came into existence on Foothill Boulevard. Originally built in 1923 for the Azusa mayor, Moses Durrell, and his wife Lily. The family lived in the house until the 1970s, when it was then used as a frat house. The property was later sold to St. Francis of Rome Catholic Church and the house donated to the city of Azusa for the use of the Historical Society Museum. It was moved in 1989 to its current location and was opened to the public as a museum in 1991. Many of the artifacts in the museum are from Azusa and donated by various residents. As you can see, these artifacts show a time past. Take a look at this old record player. It was made in 1912 and has been part of the museum since its founding. Let's listen to an old record. As we walk through the house, you will notice that certain rooms are set up as specific areas, i.e. dining room, kitchen, living room, schoolroom. Since this is now a museum and no longer a residence, certain rooms have been made to look differently, such as the schoolroom behind the kitchen. When this house was first built, this was the sun porch. It is now made to look like a schoolroom to display many artifacts from Azusa's school history. Most of the items in the room, including the desk and the stove in the corner, were actually from schoolhouses in Azusa. When talking about the history of anything, but buildings in particular, you cannot fail to mention the paranormal. Throughout the years, people have felt a presence when in the house, especially in this back schoolroom. As I mentioned previously, this was the sunroom when Mr. and Mrs. Durrell were alive. This was also where Mr. Durrell passed away peacefully of natural causes while his wife was outside in the garden. Mrs. Durrell would pass away a few years later in an upstairs room. Is the presence people feel Mr. and Mrs. Durrell going about their business in their house? Various employees have had unusual encounters within these walls. One Azusa City employee remembers working in the house late one evening. As he was leaving for the night, he walked onto the landing to make his way downstairs when he heard someone say his name very clearly. As there was no one else in the house and it was late, he made his way quickly downstairs. It did not occur to him until later, when his heart stopped pounding, that there was definitely no one else in the house. There is so much history in this museum, not just the house itself, but from all the items the Azusa Historical Society has added over the years. Even the pictures on the walls tell a story about the past. We weren't able to show you all that the Durrell House has to offer. If you would like to visit the Durrell House Museum when we are not in a pandemic, it is located at 740 North Alameda Avenue and is open on Sundays from 1 to 3 p.m. Next time on Exploring Azusa, we'll travel to the other side of the library, to the Azusa Civic Auditorium. See you guys next week. Stay spooky.